Welcome to the Blue Green Ocean Road podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Blue Green Ocean Road with your host, David R. Stenberg, whose podcast is number one, whose taste in music is number one, whose taste in movies is number one. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. That didn't make me feel like number two.
So what's going on? How are you?
All right. What do you guys do, man? Getting chickens? Getting eggs?
Yeah. Well, it's like every Saturday morning, it's either raining, snowing, or cold. But we've been getting these beautiful days that are good to be out in the sunshine with. But it's never on Saturday, it seems.
It'll come around.
Yeah.
They're tossing an hour away.
That's right. Tonight. We're going back to the standard time, right? So
no, this is standard time. We're in standard time now. We're going to daylight savings time, and what I believe we're staying there till the end of time.
Good.
I don't
fuck
like
it.
I hate it. I'm the only one. Nobody agrees with me. I like standard time. I like the sun going down earlier in the evening, but that's because I work nights. And
I like standard time too.
This is the one I want. Like next week, I'm going to have the sunlight in my face till like 7 at night now instead of It's just personal. It's just a personal preference. I prefer the sun just to go the fuck away. Just go away.
Jesus.
So I got my binoculars, start looking at the the sky, the stars. I want to look for UFOs. I can't find any UFOs in the daytime.
Oh, I heard that. So, any unusual observations in the sky?
Nah, it's just been cloudy. We do have next month. There's an eclipse, and it's the last one we'll get till 2040 something or some shit. So
2040, you and I are dead.
Oh, we're dead. We ain't gonna be around for that shit. I saw Halley's Comet, but I couldn't see it because of light pollution, right? And it comes back when I'm 161. 2061. You'll be 101. We could do it, but I imagine the light pollution problem will only be worse. Like in 2061. There'll be fucking lights on the moon. There'll be there'll be lights there because there'll be people there.
There'll be floating advertisement banners.
They've talked about
space between us and space.
Satellites that would be like Pepsi. Please don't fucking do that.
Or a beautiful Japanese woman taking a piece of some product and sticking it in her mouth.
Oh, Blade Runner. That was good. No, but that was on a building, man. That wasn't like in orbit.
Or on a blimp. It was on a blimp.
Well, they had them too. Yeah.
The floating advertisement. Yeah.
That was a great movie. I fucking love that movie. I've seen that so many times. It says it's boring. It says it's not boring. It's beautiful. The atmosphere of that movie is great. I fucking love that movie. It don't make no damn sense, but it's fucking awesome to look at, man.
It's a masterpiece.
That's like
really
Prometheus.
Was.
Prometheus makes no sense. None. The map got lost in the cave. The guy who's making his detailed map, right? He's lost in the cave. He's lost in there. Not only that, the captain's looking at this thing they're making, like a detailed map. He said, well, we can't help you out. We'll come look for you in the morning. What the fuck, right? That's the first run through. I'm going, oh, there's some serious holes in this plot, man.
Very much so.
But
I think the only thing Blade Runner got wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. Finish your point.
No, that was it. Prometheus. I'm just talking about movies that, science fiction generally tends to not make any sense. A lot of times, especially time travel. Oh my fucking god, what a mess.
Well, it's all speculation,
At a time,
it's all like mad speculation.
Yeah, it's just story. You just gotta enjoy it. That's all. Don't take it apart.
Yeah.
Michael Kennedy.
Yo. What the fuck is going on here?
What's up, buddy? Can you?
Hold on, boys.
Oh no, man! Not technical difficulties.
Be right back.
Is it space tea? Maybe he's making space tea. Space tea.
I think the only thing that Blade Runner got wrong was that they got the time wrong. So I'm thinking maybe another 50 years from now, we could probably even have robots that even approach looking human.
Oh, I think we're pretty close to that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're still quite a ways off.
No, because like,
But,
well, now they got AI. You're gonna see a lot of
well,
things.
AI is a different story, but I'm talking about the physics of it.
Yeah, they call it the uncanny valley.
robotic.
You know about that?
Well, yeah, I heard about that too.
The uncanny valley is you can tell like it's the creep factor. There's like cute robot to creepy robot, and then like human robot. Like we could tell, but that's not something that can be. That's not going to be on. That's not going to go on forever. And I think we're close because like AI is pretty amazing.
I still think we're a way off from that. Well, AI will come before the robotics, the actual robotics that will make him the most human-like.
Working?
It'll be the way that they manufacture
back in orbit.
Just right. They'll do it. They figure
Is it
all
working?
that shit out.
Yeah, but I think that it's going to be a while. I think the AI will come before the robotics to match the AI.
Well, yeah.
I mean, as far as human-like qualities.
Man, we're a long way from AI being actually AI.
It already does some things that are pretty amazing. Chemistry.
We're hundreds of years away from that.
Well, all it has to do is right now the dangerous part, whether you think it's advanced or human-like or not, when it's put in situations to make decisions for humans, they want to take
It always goes to
the
kill.
human out.
It goes to kill all
or
the
if they
time.
just say if they provide or deny goods and services based on what they think about you and your profile, what the AI has been programmed to do. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, data like from Star Trek intelligence. It has to be just it's put in situations to make decisions for us, as like in a bureaucratic sense. That's the real danger I see right now in the short term.
I think there's a lot of people who actually want that. I think people are trying to create God because God isn't there. So they want a machine God. They want someone who's going to make all our decisions and punish us. And this is what they're trying to create. They want to create an Uber program.
Well, that's the job of the state, is to punish us.
Yes, but they don't like the way the state does it.
Well, in a sense, they'll use AI to be the bureaucratic state to make these decisions for us, to adjudicate our differences, adjudicate our position with society and the law. So in that sense, it'll be more of a danger to us now, even if it isn't, with godlike intelligence, which may or may not come for a while. But the thing is, in a bureaucratic sense, it'll be there and be a clear and present danger for us.
Yeah, we're ways away from that, though.
Not so much, I don't think. Not for that, not in a purely bureaucratic sense. You just, it's for the lazy political aspect of this. I think it'll just be there to make decisions for us, and you don't need to be too.
Yeah, it's not really good at making real decisions yet,
for us.
though. It really doesn't work that way very well.
But that's where it'll be first. Where it's going to be used first.
It'll be used on weapons. It'll be used on weapons first.
Yeah, so. In that
but
sense,
it
doesn't have to have godlike qualities to do that.
Not really reliable enough yet to be able to do that.
Oh,
it's not as good as people think it is. It's not as good at what it does as people fear it might be.
They have wingman aircraft that takes off from that act as Navy wingmen that can that are in airplanes that don't need human pilots because they can survive G-forces that humans can't.
Right.
And they act and respond as wingmen right now, and they can go off on missions themselves to identify targets and destroy them.
There's usually a
I mean,
guy with a
they
joystick
do have it,
controlling it.
but they've taken that element out of this.
Well, I'm sure they
Or that's
probably
what they're
have.
working for.
I'm sure they've been working on it, and probably their shit is much more advanced than Chat GPT that we get to play with.
Right. So the military will have this long, before the civilian application, as is
Hey,
most
is that
things.
space tea?
Yes, I'm having space tea.
Space tea.
I think it's the fuculator. The carbonator's off by the fuculator meter there.
You're leaking. You're leaking. Warp drive fluid.
Fuck, I don't know. I fucking hate playing space.
Things leaking all over space.
It's that space coniferin pin, man. It's always out of adjustment.
So
Shout out to Carl Bergstrom.
I got one AI model that works really good. It does a Google search. It does a Google search like you would do a Google search. This page is no good. Or there it is, right? Pulls it out and gives it to you. But goes through, knows to skip the ads. It's smart enough to do that. It's like, artificial intelligence. It searches. That's all it does. That model works really good. But they specialize there. Great.
I'm going to orbit Juniper. Try and pick up some space weed.
Space weed! Yeah, some space mushrooms.
Have you ever seen that Star Trek spin-off Discovery?
You said it to me and I've been meaning to. You know what I watched? George got
really
me on
silly.
Nacho Libre last night, right? So Netflix didn't have Nacho Libre, so I watched the Poker King. Did you watch that one?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a real guy. I was waiting for it to get funny. And
it's a real guy.
But he was betraying a real guy who was kind of goofy.
Yeah.
He was like the Poker King. Anyway, I watched that. I got Jack. He was in King Kong. I got that, but that's a fucking 3-hour movie. I don't know. You guys see any? Do you guys see that one? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've seen parts of it.
It is a long movie.
3 hours long. Mikey.
Oh.
How you doing, bud?
Space coffee?
Space coffee.
A year ago today, you were wearing tinfoil.
Was I?
Oh, look, he's got a space mug.
I can put that back on.
Space mug!
Space cadet. Space cadet.
So you worked this week, Mike?
Yeah, I'm working today, in fact.
You got your shit back, right? Yeah. Just be careful. Don't pull it. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, I got a week back, and I just make the wrong decision. It just takes one, and I'm down for 6 weeks,
Oh, my back is, all my core muscles have, hey, there he is with the tinfoil.
I mean, your foot.
All my core muscles are out of shape. So my back is, like, all the problems I've had over the years with my back are all right there in the front now,
I like that. He's got an aluminum feather in his cap.
I know, man. Yeah, just be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Your back's in the front?
I know you are, but I mean, fuck, a couple of times. I knew it. Like, when I went for that buffer, I go, what the fuck was I thinking? I picked the buffer up. And I put it right back down.
Oh, yeah, the
and
floor
then I was
buffer,
in bed
yeah.
for like 6 weeks. So.
That fucker's heavy. It has to be to
yeah.
apply the pressure to the floor.
I did it with the knees and everything. You know what I mean? It was just, I'm too old for that shit. That's what it is, really.
I can lean over and pick up a pencil and put my back out.
How did your back get in the front, though?
That's what I'm saying. It's all fucked up.
Your back's in the front.
I was talking to Ricky a long time ago, right? He goes, we were talking about backs, right? And he goes, he says, yeah, I know. I sneezed. That's what he said, right? And he threw it. I just like the way he said it. Remember how Ricky Bell had talk? I sneezed.
I put this on every time I use the microwave.
Good idea.
You can feel your scalp tingle.
That's content. Let's microwave things that are metal. I microwave metal.
Stimulate
podcast.
brain function.
I wish I could at least simulate brain function. Never mind, stimulate it.
Mike put his head in a Faraday cage. No signals can get in. No signals can get out.
That's a major sign, though, when your back is in the front. It just, you know,
It's bad.
it's almost when your head is in your ass. You know what I mean?
I tried
Yes,
that.
but it's
I
not
can't reach.
Not quite that bad. How's that feel?
My head don't reach.
Mike,
Hat's falling all
your
apart.
hat is number one.
It's number one, man. My hat is that's number two.
Martin's.
You watch the big game, Mike?
What big game is that?
What game?
Celtics.
Celtics.
Nah, I mean the basketball.
Why not? You're a sports guy.
Too many sports. You can only be into so many sports, or else you turn into a couch potato.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Football's enough. It doesn't ask for a lot. What is it? 16 games, a couple of playoff games, and you're done.
Football and baseball.
Those guys are done too. Most of them are injured like for life. Hardly
Yeah,
ever
what are
come
they
back
good
a
for?
second
Like
year.
5 to 7 years? That's it. Pro
It depends.
football.
Sometimes they.
That's
sometimes
it, right?
They
Then they're
last
done
half
physically.
A quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that 5 to 7 years, they'll make more money than everybody we know.
Not all of them. Not the rookies. Not the first. No, some people don't get shit. They just get injured forever. It's true. Not everybody
Takes
in
like-
the NFL makes out. You know, you get on this team, you get out there, you get broken, and that's it.
You get that first 5 years, you're spending like a drunken sailor, and then you start figuring out, oh shit, I better put some aside for this isn't going to last forever.
Right, golden. They buy the golden chains and stuff, and then they blow everything.
Oh yeah, they just want to live the lifestyle first, and then the smart ones make the investments. You know, car dealerships, restaurants.
A lot of those
real
guys are
estate.
smart. A lot of those guys, like they've been to college, you know. A lot of them actually like got real grades in college,
yeah. Some of them
And,
do fine.
and yeah, they got real degrees and
Yeah. They got business degrees. They make a ton of money after they get out. You know, sure.
Yeah.
Plenty of them do that too. Yeah. But there's a lot that don't. There's still a big.
Yeah,
bunch
the
of them
majority don't.
Yeah.
That's right.
They blew the
The
knee
majority
out.
end
They
up
just had bad
coaching
luck.
high school football or something, and for the rest of their lives, or something like that.
Some are doing life
Which
in
isn't
jail
bad,
for
but-
murder.
Yeah, some kill themselves
We
in
had a
prison.
tight end who's doing life. You know, he's dead now. But
Yeah.
yeah, Hernandez. Him and Gronk, they were unstoppable. Holy fuck. That guy catch a ball and just run to the end zone. People hanging off him. He was an animal. He was great. But he's also
yes, he was a good murderer too.
Yeah, he murdered a guy. Shot him. Really stupid. It's too bad. Aaron
Yeah,
Hernandez.
They they're just like anybody else. They get caught up in cocaine. They get caught up in all this
No, that's
other
where he
stuff.
grew up. He was in, it's just where he grew up, too.
But Mercury Morris, running back for the Miami Dolphins, won 2 or 3 Super Bowls and gets arrested for cocaine. Ends up
Mercury
going to
Mars, God, that's going back. That's going
Yeah,
back
man.
a long time.
Mercury Morris. That was
What
on.
about Mean Joe Green?
You like that old, what is it, Larry Zonka? I wasn't watching it then, but I've watched all the films from back then. And that undefeated season Miami had, there was a running back. He was big and fast, and they had the Steelers had the steel curtain, and there's clips of them. They've got 3 steel curtains on Zonka, and he runs into the end zone with them. He just pulls them along. It's fucking wild. That's why they were undefeated that year. Larry Zonka. He was huge, but he was fast. That was like a combination, running back. They did it all running. Those guys don't last long sometimes. Those are the ones that really get hurt. And then some are run great, like Walter Payton for Chicago. That guy weaved. Like you could see him, like he turned to an S, and it was unfucking believable. And then like in the end, the guy was going to get him. Instead, he turned and hit that guy. Like everybody, when he stopped, the guy who stopped him paid. Like bad. Just like I think some of those guys just sidestep. Fuck it, I ain't in the NFL no more. I'm gonna go use my business degree.
David, your sports references are number one.
Yeah, number one. No, they're number two. Number two. Anyway, Mike brought it
If
up.
there's one thing that's worse than sports commentary, it's the sports commentators talking about games that happened in the past.
So no, I don't watch basketball.
Yeah, me neither.
I answered the question, I guess. It's enough. That's enough. That's enough sports for me.
No, if you do, well, more power to you. That's fine with me. I'm just not into it.
What about March Madness?
I watch playoffs. I've watched playoffs. I've watched the Celtics play in the playoffs. I watch.
You got to watch March Madness. It's madness, and it's March.
That's all college shit. If we went to college, we'd even understand it. I don't know. I don't know those teams. I don't know what fucking university does what. I don't give a shit either.
I'm not into
college football. It's interesting watching a player that made it in the NFL, watch him play in college, watch the clips of when he was in college, like Brady or something, like see him in college. He did the same thing in college he did in the pros. It's weird.
I'll tell you why you should watch college games, because they show more of the cheerleaders in the college games than they do in the professional games. And that's the only thing worth looking at in the whole thing.
Yeah, but there's other sites that do a better job of it. You don't need to watch a football game for that shit. Oh, you could do.
USC cheerleaders, come on.
There was a place in these casinos, right, in Reno. They were the greats. They didn't have doors. Even in the winter, they just blast so much heat that even the sidewalks would melt, right? The doors didn't. There were no doors. They were just open. But underneath there was a grate from the street into the casino, and we walked under there, right? This is basically the look up the skirt fucking grate. You know what I mean?
Oh.
cocktail waitresses, fucking Keno runners, all them, you know. Maybe you should save this for a different kind of podcast.
Yeah.
No,
It's not family content.
What stays in Reno, what happens in Reno stays in Reno. Unless it's me, I'll blab it everywhere.
Did you ever hear about the mole people that live under Las Vegas?
There's more people that live under every city.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Las Vegas, the big one.
Sub-basements. They're all freakish because of the radiation in the desert.
Like thousands of people under Las Vegas.
I saw a documentary about old people in New York City.
They worship an ICBM.
Shut down those tunnels. Shut down. I think the ones in Las Vegas are still operating. Still people.
Mole people. Are you talking about like homeless people finding, you know, living in underground structures, like underground infrastructure of the city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
There's a documentary about them, but it's in New York City, this documentary.
Yeah, I think that's been shut down though. I think they
Yeah.
shut down. But Las Vegas, it's happening now. It's like 1,000 people under there or something.
Oh, yeah. You got quite a
And
few
4
in the
Ninja
woods.
Turtles.
And rats and spiders and shit like that.
Could beat the heat, and it's like naturally air conditioned under there because it's out of the sun.
And sudden floods too, you know.
And rats.
Huh.
And disease. And
Ninja
It's a
Turtles.
food
I would
source,
imagine.
though.
There's Ninja
It's a
Turtles
food
down
source. Yeah,
Yeah, there's one's like what's that guy Mario, right? Is there a Mario?
there. No, Michelangelo.
Oh, Michelangelo.
Michael Mario.
Look at he's eating pizza in the sewer. Yeah. The fuck.
Cowabunga.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
He found it.
Every once in a
Found the
while.
pizza.
Every once in a while, it's a flood and like, you know, if your shit isn't up high, like on crates or something, it'll just fucking take it.
New
Is
York,
there
you
a
see a little
documentary about
dog.
the Las Vegas mole people?
There's a lot of stuff on YouTube about it. Yeah.
Oh, well. then
I lived as a Vegas mole people.
I am a Vegas. Oh, we should go there. We should do a remote. The Blue Green Ocean Road goes underground in Las Vegas. We'll do it like Vice News, just show up.
Yeah. Get our ass handed to us.
Get likes and subscribe.
Get our stuff taken.
Yeah, we'll go viral, man. These idiots got killed. No, these 4 assholes went underground. You won't believe what happened next. Shocking end to the Blue Green Ocean Road.
Yeah, watch to the end.
The not so shocking.
Right. If we have anything plugged in, we get one of them floods.
Man. So they get flash floods out there. They get flash floods in the
desert.
I got a flash flood warning on my phone right now.
Because the desert does a poor job of absorbing groundwater, and you camping in certain places, arroyos and canyons. It looks perfectly dry and calm and clear skies, and it could be raining like 5, 10, 20 miles up river from you, and all of a sudden there's a flash flood through your canyon, through your arroyo, through your campsite, over you, without hardly any warning.
And it's all like rocks
like a giant
and trees and shit. It's all like it's like a meat grinder coming down at you.
Well, even just the water's bad enough, because it comes at you so hard, fast and deep. There's very little time to escape. You got to climb out of the embankment, the arroyo, the canyon, the beautiful camping spot that you chose.
Did you say hard, fast, and deep?
Yes, let's go there, man.
I think we have a title.
They're going to demonetize us.
Hard, fast, and deep.
So, 1983.
The Hard, Fast, and Deep show here on the Blue Green Ocean Road.
In 1983, they had to open up the dam in front of the dam that holds the water back from the Grand Canyon. Like they always open it. They're by law, they're required to keep a certain amount of water running through the Grand Canyon. But there was heavy snow that winter, and it was going to flood, and they had to just open it up, and they dropped. A helicopter went through the canyon and dropped these messages to the people that were in there on rafting trips, saying, "Pretty soon there's going to be a whole lot of water going through here, and good luck."
It's just 2 words. Look out!
Yeah, just massive amount of water came through there, and at the end where they take people out, there was a party. There was a busload of people, and there was a couple of people who weren't in the bus, and all of a sudden the water just rose up, flash flood, and took the bus. And they climbed up this cliff, and they had to stay on this little 3x3 area for 24 hours before someone could come and get them. There. And the water was 35 feet higher than normal. But I can't imagine I've been on those rapids. I can't imagine if they just suddenly opened up the gates and just 100 times more water pouring through there. There's videos of that too, of some of the rafting trips that went through there. That they're like, "Hey, we got to do this. Sorry, good luck."
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, goes to the wilderness. You takes your chances.
Live near a river, you take your chances.
Recreation.
Any body of water, really.
You go through life, you takes your chances. You drive to Johnston, you takes your chances.
Could get killed walking your doggy.
I drove to North Providence last night. I almost got into two accidents last night.
Really?
I was taking my chances. Yeah, this guy was backing out of it.
Driving there last night?
Guy was backing out of an intersection, that big one at Route 5 and 44 in Apple Valley.
Yeah.
He went down the wrong intersection, so he decides to back out into that intersection.
What?
And go east instead of north.
What?
That's an Uber driver.
Right in front of me.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They don't drive out. They don't look out the windshield.
Yeah, Uber drivers don't look out the windshield. I've heard that. What do you say, Mike? Have you ever heard that?
I don't know, but I picked up a guy the other day, and I was sorry I did. He robbed everything in my car.
What?
Whoa!
So everything like
Do
that.
tell.
He was a pirate of the Caribbean.
The Caribbean.
That's like an
Are
Uber
the
joke.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
Are you bastard?
I liked it better when you were getting robbed.
Yeah.
Dave, tell us what you really think about Uber drivers. Go ahead. It's okay.
They're all right.
Okay.
For the most part. I ain't run across one that was fucked up yet. Sometimes they're sketchy.
Except they don't look out the windshield.
Well, I have to direct them into my property. They sometimes they swerve right at me because they ain't looking. They're trying to get their phone to fucking attach to the next guy. Right by me, see it. Yeah, I've seen it. Not all of them, but some of them are just flat not they're not doing it. There's one guy I took an Uber, right, and his picture was not the guy driving. The guy driving, I don't think could even speak English. He's like right off a shipping container, and now working in an Uber, like somebody else's car. You know, they really like this.
You log on to Uber to drive, they make you take your picture like right there.
Yeah, I know all that shit. I didn't report nothing. I just took the ride, but it was like I was looking at the driver. I said, "Clear, it's not the same guy." And it's he looked like a Nigerian or something, right? And I said he's probably working for a guy, a guy who's here.
What I'm saying is, if you're a driver, what I'm saying, Dave, is you're a driver and you go to log on and work, and make you take your picture to make sure it's you.
Oh, this is a long time ago. Like, I mean, I've been taking Ubers for a long time. This is an early one. This was,
probably why, because other people will drive and shit like that,
Well, that's cool. Good. That ain't gonna happen again. I didn't give a shit, but it was like, I don't know. That was before the pandemic. That ride. I was going down to West Wall. I was going down to Warwick because that's where Aaron Wood started living. Him and Kevin Phillips. They got an apartment down there, so I was going to get smashed, but I took an Uber down there. Just a couple. It was a cheap Uber from here to there. It was nothing. So I could get wrecked and then just take an Uber home. You know what I mean?
What?
It's great. I fucking love that shit.
Every once in a while, Uber, you go to log in and you have to, they make you agree to something. So you're in the city and you're logging in to drive, and you get this thing, you can't log on until you agree to this, right? So it's this giant, long thing that you don't have time to read because you're in your car in the city. And so if you want to work, you got to click agree. So you hit agree, and then
for each passenger.
What's that?
For each time you pick up a passenger.
You go to log on for the day, and you go to drive. You swipe, you log on to your app, right? But it says you're not able to go online unless you agree to this, right?
Yeah.
But you're in the middle of a city. Right? So you got to pull over and try to read this thing that's multiple pages long.
You try and read it?
Well, you skim it, right, in case there's something really important on it,
There's an app. You could use AI to read it. Believe it or not, you'll find all the words that you don't like. It'll just list it. It says this one, your privacy, what it does. It'll give you the list. It'll break it down for you. Give you a nice list of shit that you might be concerned about. Uses your camera, sells your data.
Otherwise, it'll be, oh no, cuttlefish. Oh no, I should have read agreement.
Yeah, it was EU.
I should have read agreement.
So it's illegally one, right? So it's illegally, so it takes a long time to read. Anyway, the last one the other day.
Unless you use Perl script.
It was one that you agreed not to, arbitration. If there's any with one of those lawsuits. So you had to agree to that, and you couldn't opt out. But they give you 30 days to opt out, right? So I went back home and I was going to opt out, but then I couldn't find it again because you got to send an email to this.
Yeah. I've seen that too. You got scammed.
So I called Uber and I'm like, I want to opt out to this agreement, and nobody could help me find the email to send my opt out to, So.
Of course.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing.
Well,
run into that.
there's a way to avoid that if you care. It's my pseudo. It's like it's a fake email, fake phone number, fake everything. So you sign up. It's there's one called Simple Login. It just creates an ID for you, and you log on. Whatever you're doing. And then even use a virtual credit card if you're going to do buying shit. Credit cards do that too. I got one. I got a couple of guys that's not me.
Help me with this. That wouldn't help me with this.
It's easier to do. It's really easy.
That wouldn't help me with this.
What?
Because you have to. Yeah, you have to. If you want to opt out to this agreement, you have to sign into your email that Uber uses, and give your name, your blah blah blah, and say I wish to opt out.
I mean, if you opt in as a fake person, you just destroy.
Yeah,
You can
then you're gonna get your
destroy the
paycheck.
person after.
But then your paycheck is going to get made out to a fake person.
Yeah, that's not going to work with Uber.
No, it won't. But that scenario works everywhere. I mean that's everywhere. The agreement and all that bullshit. I know, like, if you're gonna drive for them, you gotta show up your license and all that crap, and then there's facial ID, and yeah, as it should be, because that's why I like Uber, because we both kind of know each other. Like, I mean, the phone's it's safer than getting like hitchhiking. Holy fuck, right? Remember? Somebody willing to pull off the fucking highway to pick up a human being.
Up there in New Hampshire, you see any of them hitchhikers there, Mike? I haven't seen one around here in years.
I picked up a one-legged hitchhiker the other day.
Professionally, or?
I think I said the wrong thing. He got really pissed. I said, hop in.
Wait. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hang on a second. Here we go.
I gotta get my drum. I gotta start doing rim shots. We gotta team up, me and you, man. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
Jesus.
Anywho.
Uber jokes. Uber humor. Your Uber humor is number one, Mike.
I say, man, now trade that for it. I could put you in a car that will eat up the road.
I'm Ubin, man. I'm Ubin.
No money down.
What? So that's the money.
Company man over.
You're clocking the dough and slapping the hoe, eh, Matt? Hey, Mike? That Uber gig?
I'm going to move to New York City and be a taxi driver.
You won't have to drive as far.
Right.
I'm going 4 blocks.
Talk about taking chances.
That'll be $604.
Yeah, why'd you just take the subway, you idiot? That's like everybody from New York never had a license. They always learned how to drive after they left New York,
It's nothing like driving 20 minutes to pick up somebody who wants to go 1 minute down the road to buy a pack of cigarettes.
Or a slice.
Do you do the DoorDash thing too?
I don't do any of that stuff.
That food delivery stuff?
I get those guys too. People who order food in the building. One of them bought the fish. Like, the guy rolls his window down and goes, holy fuck. What are you getting there? Fish? He goes, yeah.
I got the fish.
Fuck. I would refuse fish. I'm not delivering fish.
I think somebody told me that it must have been in California or something, they tried Uber with self-driving cars.
Yeah. No, it's Mike likes that. Like wants more of that.
Norway. They have those self-driving taxis in Norway, all over the place in Norway.
I think what plowed through a fucking school.
Yeah.
They don't have to obey the law either. The courts have ruled that they don't have to obey the law. Yeah.
There's a riot. There's a bunch of people out there destroying one, like a group, like it's like a mob. They're fucking killing it. If they're filming it, they're cheering. The thing's on fire. It's fucking beautiful.
Yes.
Robot rebellion, you know?
The people have spoken.
Yeah, fuck yeah, they were speaking that night.
Everybody's afraid of the new thing, man. It's kind of human nature.
Yeah, I was
Well,
cheering.
you,
I watched that
afraid.
video
Luddites.
What
twice.
could go wrong, huh? Hey, yeah, what could go wrong?
Fuck
It's
you,
brand new.
robot.
What could go
Fucking
wrong?
robot.
Those 6 people on the sidewalk didn't have time to be afraid.
Yeah.
What 6 people?
The 6 people that got killed by the Uber thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
yeah,
So,
no,
but
it's
humans
probably-
never have accidents, though. Good thing. Humans never wipe out anybody on the sidewalk.
Humans make the sensors that fail that will kill people.
Yeah, but humans in person never fail behind the wheel.
That is a human thing.
I don't want a robot running me over because you can't, you can't put a robot in jail or nothing. And it never
Oh,
gets
no.
up to the dickhead.
You
who
sure you're
fucking
good with
ran
humans
the-
running you over?
Who are you going to put in jail? The CEO or somebody like that? If I get killed by
Right.
a fucking-
It's not going to
better with a
happen.
Who's
human
gonna have a
running you
murder
over.
Not
charge?
going to happen.
Who's got to fucking
Pay
answer
the
to
fine
this shit?
and carry on.
Who's going
Just
to answer
pay the
to it?
fine and carry on. It's worth it. It's not.
Just
Yeah.
keep the fucking things away from me.
Right. It's new. I'm afraid.
No, I'm afraid of fucking, I'm afraid of that. I am, yeah.
It's new. I'm afraid. I don't like it. It's brand new. I don't like it. I'm old and I'm set in my ways, and that's it.
Your back's in your front, so what the hell?
I know. I think this transcends that a little bit, but what are you
Some
gonna
things
do?
transcend that whole scenario.
It's a brave new world. We're just old fucks who
If it's such a brave new world, why are you all
can't
so
adapt
scared of
anymore.
it?
Because you're gonna die a
No,
fiery, you're gonna die a fiery death.
That's right. Just more shit to fucking worry about.
Your
Right.
back being your front.
Hell, I don't worry about human drivers at all. They are always perfect.
You're not
I
gonna
like
know
them
which
either.
way to put in your casket when your back's on your front.
Mike, you should be in law in the courts defending these guys. You know,
Yeah,
Defend them for what?
from
What are
anybody
they in
who
the courts
fears
for?
that's like
What have
This
they been
is
in the
traumatic.
courts
corporate
Killing.
savagery of the human race. Oh, you guys are just afraid of new technology, like just a bunch of Luddites and stuff. Make way for
True.
savage killing Ubers, self-driving Ubers on the road.
for? So far, they have a better record than humans. So I don't know what the big fear is.
Oh. Yeah, but the percentage of them are far fewer. The percentage of them are a lot higher than the amount of humans who do this.
You claim to be a man of
Now-
science. You claim to be a man
Yeah,
of
so you're
science.
talking about it in a statistical sense. It's very high compared to humans right now.
No, it's very small compared to humans. That's the deal, man.
No, when the amount of
They have better
Ubers
drivers
out
than
there.
humans. They pay attention.
No,
all
because
the, time.
the
They're
amount of
not looking at
Ubers
their
is so
phone.
much
They're
smaller.
not- look,
The,
fuck off.
the
You guys-
autonomous Ubers,
guys are
yeah,
just
that's
old.
true.
You're
But
just old.
the amount of
You're
Ubers
stuck in
that
the
are on
20th
this
century.
autonomous.
You're old. You are old.
Stick
See,
with the
that's-
science.
That's the
Stick with
face
science.
of the corporate, naysayers to say they try to apologize all this nonsense.
But you're right, I
No,
am
it's
old.
like
I'm 60. I'm going to be 63 in May.
Yeah.
statistically, it's a higher percentage than the population
doing,
at
man,
large.
like-
No,
That's-
statistically, it's a lower percentage. They have a safer driving record. Sorry, that's the
Not in
fact.
this sense. Not in
You can
this
say
sense,
it all you
no.
want. It doesn't make it true, George.
Exactly my point. You can say that all you want, but it's not true. No,
Right.
statistically,
You don't have any
it's
statistics
a higher
to
rate.
back you up.
I was
Don't
just
ask
reading about it.
ChatGPT, it'll just
No,
lie to
they
you.
have a much higher rate. There's a much higher rate of incidents because it's such a smaller rate. There's
right.
such a small percentage of autonomous driving cars,
Yeah.
and they're having a whole lot of problems on the road.
You got to be consistent. If you're a man of science, you got to look at the numbers.
I am looking at
Yes.
the numbers.
Statistically, and what George is saying is correct.
Statistically,
There's so many less
statistically,
cars. You got to take those numbers into account.
why,
I just don't wanna be
driverless
around for
cars
the
are
R&D,
6.7 times
Mike.
less likely
That's all.
than
I
humans
just don't
to
want to be
involved
around
in
for
a
the
crash
R&D.
resulting in
You
injury.
understand? I
But
don't
you
want to be
Louder,
around for the
Deshaun.
R&D. I don't want to be
human
around while they're
benchmark.
figuring
You're
that out.
talking over me because you know I'm right. You won't let me talk, and you're talking over me because
You've
you
been
know.
talking for fucking 5 minutes.
All
saying
right.
the same
Fuck
thing
you
over
all.
and over.
Now that's projecting.
You want this? You want the fucking science? Here it is. Oh no! Now I don't want to hear it.
No,
He's
right.
reading the fucking thing. I don't want to hear it. Now let's just talk over him.
I can't
Right.
hear over all the talk.
Oh, you're supposedly a man of science. Well, what's the numbers?
It doesn't matter numbers. You're right. They're going to
Yeah,
get
man.
great if they were all doing
You do
it.
your
Like,
own
if
research. That's
every
not
car
mine.
was self-driving, that'd be fucking awesome, right? But it's. I don't want to be around while they're trying to figure out how to work it. You know what I mean? Because they're going to be like mistakes and shit. It's just, it ain't. It's good. It's really good, but it ain't great.
No, at least you don't mind being around when humans are learning how to work them, because humans don't make mistakes.
No one's
Yeah,
saying
they go
humans.
stupid, scary.
No one's saying that. Who's saying that? Jesus.
You're
That's a
old.
lot.
That's all it is. I don't like the new thing. I just uncomfortable with
That's
the new
not
thing.
it either.
I did like the new thing.
I like
said
the
didn't
new
wanna-
thing
I
too.
didn't want to
But
be
that's
around
not
while
the
they were
issue.
testing it.
It's
I don't
not.
want to get in the first airplane either. You know, and be like, oh, I can't wait till those things are good. Then I'll fly somewhere. That's all. That's all I'm saying,
Well,
man.
keep waiting. Keep waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting. It's
Airplanes
good.
have accidents too.
Did you follow?
Of course they have accidents too. But
Did you
at a
used to
high,
watch the dune buggies that were autonomous? They used to send in the desert and see which ones came out. Do you ever watch that? When they were developing it, right? They used to send these dune buggies into the desert, right? And then they had to come back. They had to navigate a course and come back. And
right,
you
you
know,
can get
one time, finally one did it, and then they started a lot doing it. Now we got them driving around, yeah. But there's still a few more things to work out, but they've come a long way for sure.
But there's in Norway, they have self-driving taxis. They have them. They are on the road.
Yeah. But they got like roads that make sense. You put that, if you put those things on a strode, the shit we make, you know, like where the Home Depots are and all that crap, and that intersection you were talking about over Route 5 and 44. Holy fuck! I go through there, right?
Yeah.
I had one woman. She was just on the horn, and there was nothing. They were just slowly moving anyway. Like the person in front couldn't go any faster because there was just a line of cars, and she's in the middle of it, and she's just on it, right? And it's like she's clearly lost it. You know what I mean? Like she's lived up by Apple Valley long enough. She wants fucking out. That place is a nightmare up there. And Greenville's even worse. I don't know if you drive through there anymore, right? But holy fuck.
Put one of them in Boston. Put one of those automated cars in Boston. See how good it does.
They've had them in every major city.
And they fucked up in every major city.
Oh, don't stop.
Not as much as the humans.
God damn it. Fucking Mikey, man.
By 85%, motherfucker.
Yeah, but at a much greater percentage statistically. Yes. Compared to the numbers, you're looking at numbers of people, millions of drivers, millions of human drivers, as opposed to like maybe a couple dozen autonomous drivers. So the percentage of fuck ups is much larger compared to the humans. You got in a comparative analysis, they're doing at a much greater rate. But yeah, of course, you know, there are millions of human drivers and a lot of them are fuck ups.
What's Mikey gonna do? Once your robots are... Oh, you know what? We all just have free rides. You know what I mean? Like, eventually it'd be just robots doing shit for us. You know what I mean? Make me a hamburger, you fucking robot, and they'll just do it. There's no need for money because, like, nobody's working. Everybody's just sitting around telling robots what to do. You know, why not?
That's the dream,
for that.
isn't it?
That'd be the fucking shit. Get me a
Isn't that the
fucking
dream
hamburger
of,
and take me to my girlfriend's house.
Did you see the robotic chef, the home robotic chef? And you spend like about a half an hour loading this thing, cleaning and loading this thing just to make you a hamburger that takes you like 5-10 minutes if you did it on your own. I was watching this thing. I was like, what the fuck would you want to do that for? You know?
Yeah,
load
like
all the
gruesome.
ingredients in this thing to make 1 or 2 hamburgers, and then you got to unload it all and clean it. It's like a fucking nightmare, man.
It's because it's new. You're afraid of new things.
I just don't want to wash
Yeah,
them.
of
I don't
course.
want to wash them, and I want to be around when they're testing them. That's all.
No,
I don't want to wash the thing.
I like that it only takes 5 minutes to make a
800
hamburger
pots.
I don't think every aspect of humanity is going to be done by a robot. I can't imagine a robot wiping your ass or something. I mean, there are things that you're going to be able to do, like cooking a burger. I mean,
You're just old. You don't want a robot to wipe your ass.
I won't need it. Maybe I will. Maybe when I get old. Maybe when I get old and I can't do it myself, I'll have a robot do it.
Don't be afraid of that.
I won't be afraid of it. If that's what I need, that's what I'll get. Fuck it. I don't care.
That'll be a big boon for the healthcare industry is electronic ass wipers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Animatronic ass wipers.
All those poor 15-year-old girls will be out of a job.
You know what's great is that movie Spaceman from Adam Sandler on the Netflix there.
Oh, yeah.
With the toilet, with the zero-G toilet. And that's funny. Well, it has some elements of comedy. Yes. Definitely something worth watching.
What could go wrong with a mechanical ass wiper?
I'm going to be afraid of that, okay? Yes,
Afraid?
I'm very afraid.
You're just old.
It's going to terminate a hand, like Schwarzenegger without the skin, Dun, dun. It even has that sound, dun, dun.
Well, that could be exciting for some people, They'll probably tweak it.
It'll probably be a bidet.
Your back's probably feeling the back, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, somebody's going to mess with it. You know it. If it's in the bathroom and it's a hand, oh, Jesus.
Would it have to be a hand?
Look out. Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be, but it would be like, what are you, against nature?
What if it's water? What if it's
water?
water?
Is great.
It'd be Tales from the Crypt.
That's right.
Tales from the Crypt.
Grab you, hold you down, and wipe your ass. Come back here, you old fuck. You got some ass wiping coming.
A lot of places overseas don't have toilet paper. They don't freak out if there's no toilet paper because there never was any. Just water.
What do they do?
It's a bucket.
There'd be an alarm.
You
There'd be an alarm that goes off. It was an insufficient wipe.
What if it's a jet of water and soap that comes out? I mean, don't they have that in some places?
Yeah, of course. But you got to get yourself up onto the toilet, and then you got to get yourself
it's a robotic,
over to the bidet.
robotic thing.
Or they have
pick you up, place you on the toilet.
Right. So
Pick
that's the
bed.
issue. It's not so much you won't wipe yourself; it's that you won't be able to wipe yourself.
You can just sit on a fire hose.
Yes.
You make that noise. Then you shoot straight up into the air. Still making that noise.
But then you have to dry yourself.
Yeah.
That's a whole new set of issues.
You have a towel just for that.
Dryer comes out automatically after the wash.
The towel is just for that.
Lay down, your old man. We're not done yet. Wait.
It's going to pet you.
And the dryer comes.
A little pet.
Little powder dispenser comes out.
That's right. Exactly. Yep. It's like it's a little human diaper changer station there. It grabs you up, throws you down.
Your legs are kicking around.
Yeah.
You're peeing in the guy's face.
Brave New World. Yeah, peeing in the
afraid?
robot's face.
You're afraid of new things.
The references are number one.
I know.
Oh no.
It's like those. Remember we used to make cots. I don't know if you guys all did this. We put 4 wheels on something and go down a hill.
Sure. I lived on Dollicle Hill. We did that all the
I
time.
know. Why are we alive? The wheel come off like right away. That'd be like the save. But that's what saved you, because the one that was built better and didn't make it to the bottom, they were fucked. They do something weird at the end.
Rims don't need tires when you go downhill.
I learned a lot about nails and
Man, we grew up in the time of Evel Knievel. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And we wanted to be him too. We want to try it. Let's build a ramp.
Oh yeah.
I built the ramp over the stream down the road from my house on Walk Road.
Yeah.
That means I had to get on the bike, drive down the hill, cut a path through the woods, and hit the ramp. and go over the river.
Did you make it?
I don't recall.
Well, no, but that's not the point.
I blacked out.
Kind of all black. After I hit the rim,
It's a dark memory. It's
There
lost
was a head
time.
injury. There was a head injury involved.
I woke up in puberty.
man, every time Evel Knievel was on TV, for the next couple of weeks, we'd all be out jumping bikes.
The Grand Canyon. He was going to do the Grand Canyon.
Snake River, man.
Oh, there was that
Get a
movie.
rocket.
They show him that crash where he broke every bone in his body.
We got no Evil Knievels anymore. That's the problem.
That's the problem
Yeah.
with this world. This generation's
Where-
soft.
Where are our heroes, man? We had heroes back then.
Who's the modern day Evil Knievel?
Hey,
But
you
no,
see, do you see
Well,
the
that's
Boeing?
there's,
like Boeings are falling apart. Boeing airplanes. They're like really bad fucking quality, right? Like loose bolts and shit. They used to say if it's Boeing, I'm going. Like now they're saying if it's Boeing, I ain't going. Right? Matter of fact, on websites you can when you pick a flight, you can like exclude certain airliners, and like that new one, their Max. Nobody wants to fly in that fucking thing. It's killed so many people, and the quality went down because like they merged with McDonnell Douglas, which made defense shit, but was shit with actually the last bad killing plane was McDonnell Douglas plane, DC something, right? So they merged with Boeing, and now like instead of Boeing becoming like them becoming like Boeing, they become like Donald does. They're just like stockholders. They're buying back stock. That's all they're doing. Yeah, you see that door just flew off, and everybody lived because they hadn't reached altitude yet. Yeah, like they just flew off, and it turns out like all the bolts weren't on it or tightened, and it was they got delivery like 2 weeks before. Like this was a brand new fucking plane.
You know how like those bolts are supposed to be pinned? There were no pins on those bolts that worked themselves loose. You know how like all those aircraft bolts have to be pinned and certified pinned?
But it gets better because they've been inspecting all of them now. They grounded them, and like these are coming out. Like there's missing bolts, and there's like shit that's it's because all these subcontractors and shit. Matter of fact,
Mr. Wizard, I don't want to fly anymore.
Yeah, like
I'm an old bastard.
A lot of them.
I don't want to fly anymore.
Afraid of, man.
What
Don't
What are you
be
afraid of?
Taking the buzz.
I'm afraid of the crowd control. I hate crowd control. And you're stuffed on an airplane.
Oh, you
You
couldn't
don't
get
even
more
have enough
controlled
room
than the
to
crowd in there, boy.
I have no desire to stuff myself into a bunch of, with a bunch of mass holes,
You know what?
on a plane to go.
You know when they
There's
say
like
it's
no way. I
it's
have
the
no
journey,
desire.
like not the destination, it's the journey. You know whoever fucking
Yeah.
said that's an idiot. They were going someplace awful like
Well,
jail.
They couldn't anticipate
Journey
like
sucks.
modern jet travel, The
Just get me
journey
there, man.
fucking
I want to
sucks.
land. I want to, I just want to get there. I want to be there. I don't want to be going there. It's
Bunch of Karens and mass holes, and
you're
you're
missing
stuck
out.
in there, reclining your seat into your fucking crotch, like what the fuck is this, How could I gotta sit like this for 4+ hours, going anywhere around this country? And,
try 7. I did it.
yeah,
The longest flight I ever was on was 19 hours. No shit. I was on a plane for 19
Yeah.
fucking hours.
yeah, me
I went
too.
From Guam to
Done it.
Diego Garcia
Yeah,
in the big Air Force fucking cargo plane. They have like
Yeah.
rows for people. There's no wind. There's nothing. Right? You're facing cargo. You're cargo too.
oh yeah, that must be miserable,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it was.
My longest flight was 13 hours coming back from Hong Kong.
Oh yeah.
Turbulence the whole way. The whole way.
The Pacific isn't so calm. Yeah, right? Did you go to Hawaii, or how far did you go?
Went from Hong Kong to San Francisco.
Wow, you crossed the
13
whole
hours.
Pacific.
And I was between these two fat guys. And
Oh,
the fasten
Jesus.
seatbelt sign was on the whole time because it was like it was horrendous.
I did a 26-hour to Thailand from Boston.
Ooh, you win.
Stop over in Hong Kong for an hour, and then so the whole thing was 26.
Yeah,
What was the longest flight time?
From Boston to Hong Kong was probably the flight longest. From Hong Kong to Thailand wasn't that long. I can't remember exactly, but it was.
Travel time. I got you beat. I got like day and a half last time I came back. This time, the last time I was on a fucking plane, I ended up in Portugal. Was it Portugal? Yeah, I think it was Portugal for a day stopover. I landed. The flight going to Boston left an hour before my flight landed, and I wait for the next day for that one to get on me.
You want to talk contrast in flights, though? I was on a Tokyo airline where they serve you. You're like in a fine Japanese restaurant.
This time was Ireland. I've done it more than once.
Great food. You know?
I've got a lighter in Ireland.
And then you get on an American airline and they fucking treat you like shit. They don't give you a fucking bag of peanuts.
Yeah.
Swiss Air was kind of nice like that too.
That's my souvenir.
Then you get on Delta and they're like, "Fuck you, sit down, shut up."
It's a real contrast, man. Real contrast.
Fucking Irish, man. They really like their shamrocks.
What am I looking at? Is that a lighter?
It's a lighter I got in Ireland. This is what I got at that airport when I was there over a day, just sitting around. I took up smoking again, and I got a lighter.
They had a smoking lounge at the Irish
outside.
airport.
But I was released. I was, because I was still in Europe. As a matter of fact, they do the immigration there. So when I got off the plane in the U.S., I just leave Logan. I don't have to go through. They do it in Ireland. It's great.
Yep.
So anyway, but I mean that's not why I was there a day. It's just the stopover was that long. I said, all right, fucking, because it's really low. It doesn't cost a lot to fly Aer Lingus. Air Portugal's cheap too. They don't have the big giant Boeing killing planes. It's the old ones that when they used to still make good planes. It's those guys, the old ones, not huge.
Well, as an old man, I'm done with air travel. I just assume fucking drive.
Cool.
Take my chances with the Ubers on the road. The
Everywhere.
autonomous Ubers.
Any form of
God
travel.
damn it.
Any form of travel is fucking awful these days.
Too many people. We're overpopulated.
Too many people trying to get there before you.
That won't always be the case.
Never used to be the case, though.
Yes, well, after the apocalypse, no one will want to go anywhere.
They'll be like tired.
I'll be hunkered down in the basement with a can of beans.
I've had enough.
I don't want to go.
Peaches and beans, man.
Yeah. I'm going to go underground with beans. That'll clear the sewer. That'll clear these people out.
Don't forget the peaches.
Oh, no. Yeah, you really got to charge on that, huh? You don't like peaches or something?
Peaches and beans, man.
The beans, yeah. Last night I had that. Today it's my wife. My wife's cooking today and tomorrow, so it's going to be like normal Mediterranean diet again.
Food and then the
So
rest
it's all
of it, peaches and beans.
I like them, yeah. Soup.
Do you mix them together? Do you mix the peaches and beans together when you eat them?
No.
All right. Just wondering.
That would be gross.
Wondered if you were being really efficient or not.
Takes a bite of one and a bite of the other.
I like
They're probably worse things you could combine.
Was it
actually.
like Northwest style? The soup, it's got black beans in it, right? And then I get a can of black beans, the same type of beans, and add to it, right? And then I got like a shitload of it, And but it's it keeps the people away.
That's the
Clear
goal.
out.
It does.
That's the
Yeah,
goal.
you're bugging me. Oh, look at
Bring those on. Bring them on the airplane. I'm just going to I
Yeah.
don't want that bag of peanuts. I'm just going to eat these beans here.
I don't like them. I don't like mine. So
I
no,
see
I know.
seeds.
Now if I
Oh,
gotta sit in the queue
cuttlefish!
to
No!
if I'm leaving, yeah, blow it on the way out. Even behind. Gas attack. Gas.
Yeah, humans are gross,
Dave,
man. Humans are
your
gross.
dietary choices are
What do
number
y'all? What do
one.
y'all? What are y'all plans for the rest of the day?
I'm probably gonna eat a brajol. Oh,
Ooh.
I can eat.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that sounds wonderful. Actually,
And then a can of peaches.
and it can't. Yeah,
What about you guys? What are you guys gonna do today?
I have no. Well, I gotta take care of business. People have to get places. Got to do shopping. Got to
Oh,
do
you-
cleaning.
Oh, so
Usual
you
shit for Saturday.
I got all the
You-
canned peaches I need. I'm good for the weekend.
you're gonna
Actually,
Uber drive.
no, I
too.
got
Just don't
pineapple
get
too. I
food.
like pineapple a lot, and pears. I like to smash them. I got I make a smoothie out of them. Fucking God, they're good.
What do you got going on, Mike?
I gotta work.
I wish I knew how to make brajol. I would make that.
Ooh,
I
I
don't
do.
know how to make them. I just know how to eat them.
I know how to make it. I haven't made it in a long time though.
See you guys, man.
Brajol is number one.